Hi, and welcome back to It's Okay,
To be wrong.
a podcast with KB
And Tanner.
Cunningham and our dog,
Brooks.
Brooks. Hi, how are you? What's been going on? Happy Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. How exciting. I'm not feeling very humble this Tuesday, I'll be honest. I'm
That's
feeling
so nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling like very Taylor. I'm in my grunge look with my Taylor plaid, supporting the
Yes.
wags.
Supporting the wags. You are in a very wag fit. She was at Monday Night Football last night. Travis did tell us she was going to be there at his muscle car jam for his 35th birthday. Nothing more that I want to do on my 35th birthday than have a muscle car jam. Write it down.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
not
like hell on
happening.
earth.
I'm like, I won't do that.
I'd like to be in Italy. Thank
That's
you.
why Taylor didn't go. She's like, no,
Yeah, she's
not
like,
for me.
don't put that on my radar.
Literally, no,
Get
don't need to
it
see it.
off my desk. No, literally. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have we been up to while we've been away? KB's bit a day in LA.
I spent a day in LA. I was like there I was out of Denver for like 23 and a half hours, but
Yeah.
I was gone for a little over 24 hours just because leave the house, airport, yada, yada, yada. It was a good time. It was quick. It was fine. I just didn't do much. Nothing eventful happened that day. No earthquakes, nothing wild. The school was really close to the airport, which was nice. I was able to my flight got delayed, but on Southwest, if you book Wanna Get Away Plus, makes it for everything to be refundable, but also you can do a same day flight change for free. No change in cost if the seat's available. And that's what I do when I go alone to LA is I do the same day flight change. I was able to get home by 6:30. My flight got delayed. Hadn't even left LA by the time I was fully home. So
There's that.
there's that.
And it's also just been a long road to video podcasting. We should talk about the elephant in the room. Bring it up. Why not?
Okay. Well, the elephant in the room, we're video podcasting. Hi, how are you? How you doing? So, I think we're going to do this. We're going to aim for once a week.
Once a week.
Except for when we're traveling. We don't know how that will go. But once a week. So for the next 4 weeks, you should get a pretty consistent video podcast. It is work. I filmed a little bit of a time lapse of how to get this all set up. I didn't film the whole thing, but it's work. And I like it though. I like having a studio in our house. We do believe this house one day will be kind of like a studio for us in full instead of just the place we live.
For sure.
So it's fun, and it's fun to make something. It's fun to create a set. It is.
It is. And wow.
And it's work, and it's sweaty.
It's sweaty work.
It took us at least an hour.
At least an hour. Yeah.
And we had to
But
get
it was
ready.
worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I stole this rug from another room. It's just, it was what it was.
No, these chairs are in other places in our living room. We have our lights out that we use for filming.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole shebang.
So once a week.
It's a good time. Once a week, you'll probably get a video podcast from us. And yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, me
Something
too.
we've wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just but I also believe, and Chapel Roan's also talked about this, but things, it's okay to roll them out in baby steps. It's okay to start something and start small. And when we first started our podcast, we didn't even have microphones. We just talked into
Our
a
iPhones.
cell phone.
Yeah.
Then we got
In the
microphones.
Notes app.
We didn't have money for microphones.
Right.
We didn't have money to spend $45 each on a mic. We just didn't. Our budget was tight, and we had a huge life change over the last year and a half. And we're also doing a really exciting life change now. And so this is all so much fun. It's a million baby steps every day. So we've talked about wanting to do video for a long time. Last week, you got a few clips from our blips. And now you're going to start getting video segments all the way through. So we're so excited to do it. And tiny little baby steps. If you're dreaming about something, if you want to do something, just start with baby steps. I started my social media, wanting to do social media over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been over 4 years that I started that journey and paused, went back to it and paused and all the pieces and seeing it come to fruition. It feels really working on it. I'm so excited to refine our craft in that way. So
Me too. Yeah, no, that's such good advice though. The baby steps, they're important, and it's fine that they're not you're not running at the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Right. You can't run every day. You have to do things small, and we work full-time jobs, and we do all these other things too. And so it's we're really grateful and blessed, and it's a lot of work, but we do it in baby steps. And so that's what I would say to you. If you're wanting to do something, save up, buy the thing, do the piece. Right now we're saving up for a camera, just to tell you all what we do on the back end of this. These things are actually gifts from birthdays and all of that. It's baby steps. It's asking for help, and it's doing it. Follow your dream. Seriously, Mac Miller said, follow your dreams.
Literally. Mac.
May he
Something
rest in
else that
peace.
may he rest. Something else that we did over the weekend. No, yeah. Well, while we've been away,
Yeah.
is we did a balcony reset.
Oh, we've done a balcony reset. Tanner actually spent so much time. So while I was away, my baby was out here working. He's
trad
working
husband.
late.
Yeah.
He's a trad husband.
Literally.
No, literally. Yeah, Tanner did things on my car. Bless him. Like things that
Blessings.
we've been
I was like a
waiting on.
mechanic.
No, literally a full mechanic. Who is he? Like the grunge. It's
Okay,
giving. It's
it's
giving.
giving
He's
mechanic.
got motors.
Okay, this is not cosplaying because I'm actually a mechanic now.
No, literally, he's a mechanic. He puts windshield wiper fluid in. He
Oh, yeah.
can spray paint things. He
Spray
can
paint
like
it.
fix things on cars. Like,
Mhm.
who is this man? We don't know him. Tanner, when we first got married, he said, "Do not marry me because I'm handy." And I
Right.
said, "Don't worry, babe. I don't expect you to be handy. Like, you're not. Especially then. Like, you were.
Definitely not then.
You weren't handy. We had enough money to like just take care of anything.
Have other people be handy for us.
And guess what? We went through a stage where we didn't have that. And we've become increasingly handy. And you know what? It's been so good for us.
It has been, yeah, to
I
really
know,
just
I'm
step up
excited to
our.
pay people again to help us.
Oh,
But like,
yeah, like there are things too, like professionals. We have to seek them. Like whenever we need breaks and things, like I'm not doing that. You know
no,
what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh, no. But I do call my dad.
obviously, but
And I
like
try and
changing out a
get him to come
light,
here.
doing stuff like that, we can do that. That's
No,
totally
yeah, we
fine.
can do those
so
things.
you're strong, you're tough,
Mhm.
you're a mechanic.
You can do hard things.
Literally.
And speaking of hard things, that's what we were talking about. So as I was gone, like I came back to the house, it was like so nice and clean, reset, dusted. And the next morning I was on the phone with my mom and I was like, I opened the windows. I hadn't seen outside yet because it was dark when I got home. And I was like, oh, the porch is reset. It's so beautiful. And so the porch reset's been a couple of days because we did a little plant potting yesterday.
Yes, we planted some pansies.
So we found out that pansies have such an interesting name. So like
They
fun
really
fact,
do. Fun fact.
like pansies are like, it's considered to be like rude or like
An
you know,
insult. Yeah.
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It's like it's insulting to be called a pansy or like
Totally.
you're not good enough, you don't meet the bar. But guess what?
What?
Pansies
Pansies.
are actually flowers that can withstand so much just
Cold.
cold, wind, rain, temperature. Yeah, they can last to like 30 something degrees. It's amazing. I think it's like 39. It's right at like the 40 degree
No, I
mark.
read 25. Last night I did some research. I read 25. So I don't know what's true, what's not, because I was like, is it going to be cold enough? Do I need to bring the pansies in? Because usually we have like fall flowers that are a little more finicky than a pansy. The pansies, you all, whoever tried to do the marketing for them, we hate
Wrong.
that.
Pansies are so strong. It's
Yeah.
wild. I'm like, so go be a pansy today.
Go be a pansy
Go
today.
be a pansy.
Withstand
It's time
some
for you
cold.
To be a pansy.
Cold plunge yourself. Don't do that,
No,
actually.
literally, don't cold plunge. That's not for us.
No.
We are not cold plungers.
We're
You're not
not.
going to catch me like cold plunging on the side. I believe in health and wellness.
No, don't say that,
Yeah.
because if someone's paying us, I will cold plunge.
Yeah, no, I would do it, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially if I went in, if somebody could give me all the benefits and details, but like just seeing people do it on the internet, I'm like,
No.
mid. But back to what I was saying, be a pansy.
Be a
It's time
pansy.
to be a pansy.
Yeah.
Pansies can withstand hard things. And you know what? People use pansy derogatory, and it's not.
No,
It's not an
we're
insult.
we're taking back the name pansy.
And
Okay.
you know what? They do that while they shine in the sun.
Literally.
So like you
And they're
tell
beautiful, and they
Ugh.
smell good.
me.
They smell like
so good. Tanner
florally.
brought them in last night. He went to the gym and then
Home
to
Depot.
Home Depot, and like he FaceTimed me and I was like, oh, get those. They're so bright
Mm-hmm.
and beautiful. Like, I'm so excited about our porch reset. So we threw away all of our old flowers that were like nyeh, goners.
Yeah.
And we have our new ones, and they're just like a small one. We're going to be gone for quite a bit of time. So we didn't like invest too much in them, but just a little something to look at, because it is like early afternoon porch season.
Yeah.
Like
For
the
sure.
sun doesn't really hit the porch much at all right now, but it is early afternoon porch season. We are hanging out there. We are enjoying it. We're watercoloring. We're playing. We're enjoying. And we need something beautiful to look at.
Yeah. And when we're not enjoying our beautiful balcony that has these delightful pansies, we have been watching a lot of TV.
What television do you want to tell the folks about?
Love
I've
is
been
Blind.
loving. Oh yeah, talk
Wait.
about it.
What have you been loving?
Oh, I've just been. It's old, but like I have been loving watching Hacks with you.
Hacks. Yeah, we're season 1. Hacks is so good.
It's
It's
just
so
funny.
funny. Jean Smart, a genius.
No, literally.
Love her.
Deborah.
Obsessed. Deborah. Makes me cackle every single time. Hannah I also love, but she does bother me a bit because she reminds me of myself. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like annoying, and you're like, oh my God, you're so annoying. But she's usually right and funny. So I'm just
She's
like,
typically right, but sometimes I'm like, Hannah, this is not the time for this.
no, literally.
Like Hannah she reminds me of me in so many ways of like impulsivity.
yeah.
Like she's impulsive.
Letting her intrusive thoughts constantly win.
Yeah, and it's like, we're better than this girl.
Yeah.
But I think Hannah's like 26 here, so like her brain, her temporal lobe probably just frontal, I don't know, whatever, one of the brain lobes just formed, so hopefully, you know, we'll see her change. There's 3 seasons, so I don't know. I need to watch. I'm on season 1. This isn't a spoiler for many of you.
No, now, that's a little throwback.
This is like a potential spoiler alert.
Yes.
Love is Blind. What's been happening in the Love is Blind world?
Well, first and foremost, there was absolutely no marketing around this. I would say I didn't even know it happened until
I didn't
you
either.
told
I
me.
saw it on Instagram. I saw people watching it on Instagram, and I was just like, do we just not watch Netflix enough? Like,
maybe not. They've been really shady, Netflix. We're on to you. You're trying to kick us out of the accounts. We don't like that, but you know, I digress.
We're not here for it.
We're not. I digress. Yeah. So Love is Blind. I don't know what season 7. Anyways, it's the newest one. The people suck.
No, actually, like I've been waiting for the people and just waiting for like the excitement to happen of like when you get into the
like the
vacation,
the
you're
trip.
on
They went to Mexico.
the honeymoon. That's what it's called. A honeymoon. Honeymoonus.
That was like literally like 1 or 2 episodes. Nothing happened, and they spent like 7 episodes in the pod. It got so bad
boring
that I just like literally fast forwarded.
No, we fast forwarded through it, and like I couldn't tell you most of what happened except for all of a sudden, people disappeared.
Oh yeah, what were their names? Rob. His name is Rob.
Brittany, maybe.
Brittany and Rob. So Rob was in a love triangle.
Art dealer, and
he was an art dealer, wealthy, and yeah.
Arty
farty. He ended up
and gold digger.
Yes, Brittany. We think she liked him for his money,
and that's okay.
That's fine.
We respect it.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to take all this man's money, frankly.
No,
and we didn't get to see it happen
because
Netflix said no. They were like, at the end, whenever they see each other, she asked him why he loves her. He gives her a thoughtful-ish response. It had some depth,
he
some
planned
weight.
This out.
Yeah, he consulted ChatGPT, that one,
4.0.
And he felt good about that. And then he turned it around on her and he said, well, why do you love me? And she was like, you're Alex.
Yeah.
Not actually, but in more or less terms. And so they were just like, producers are like, we're not going to follow them. They didn't let them go to Mexico. No. They were just like literally gone. MIA.
I took naps during some of Love is Blind. And so when I woke up, I was like, did they just leave and we didn't know? Like,
and I'd fast forwarded so much, I didn't know.
Yeah. Like, so like it was good to like find that out and like really determine what the heck happened on Love is Blind. So like the art man and my gold digger lady, they are no more because they saw right through it. It was honestly like a money grab, a cash grab. And I just don't know what else is going through people's minds on reality TV shows like this, because like we see the success rate, we see how much it can't be real, but like some people do have that gut feeling and they're like, oh, and like, what if this could be me? Like, so like you do have to go for it, but also like, I think you're wanting like fame out of all this and attention. For sure. And like, clearly I want fame and attention. I'm sitting right here and doing this.
We're recording this. Hello?
Hi. Like,
are you listening?
Like no judgment. Like seriously, no judgment. But like, they could have acted a little bit better. Like she should have planned a little bit more about like the next response on why she loves him. Well,
yes, for sure. She could have like came up with something, but she just absolutely cannot. And my real issue is with Netflix because these people, like I said before, suck. They are giving us nothing. They're boring. You could have at least let us watch this like house fire happen, No,
literally. Nothing has been interesting. All the conversations have been so just like bleh, dull. Like I don't know how any of them chose like the editing for this. Like I don't know how any of them chose a person, because like we didn't get many sentences above 4 words that didn't have any words above the 3rd grade reading level. Like I don't know how they got into anything except for like a couple of them shared their trauma bond stories, and I'm like, well, that will always get someone a trauma bond. So yeah, I didn't get it. Netflix, I'm confused with the casting, I'm confused with how you all let this roll out, I'm confused with like the actions. Like maybe y'all need to give them better prompts and things to talk to each other about. Like these people need sentence starters. Let's give them some scaffolds to get to know each other, because 1, it's not easy to get to know each other anyway. 2, they're not asking the right questions and it's incredibly boring.
Yeah, for sure. It was so bad that I was like excited to see Vanessa and Nick Lachey on the screen. I was like, oh my God.
No, literally.
That's how bad it was. That's how bleak and dark this season has been.
No, it's just been vanilla. As vanilla can get.
Yeah. So then last night we didn't have any Bravo to watch because typically like
Below
this
Deck
time
Med has been on.
I was gonna say usually Below Deck Med is on, but this is a really great time of year where we get like 3 or 4 housewives in rotation happening all at once.
No,
we did
literally.
watch Potomac. Potomac was okay.
Yeah. Potomac was okay. We got a lot of we got to see what the ladies are at. It's also the first season without Robin Dixon, so that was interesting to see like Giselle's try and like part the waters. But Giselle or Karen are doing what they do every season. If we had a podcast last year when we talked about it, I would have said this then. They do this bit, go back and watch it. Giselle goes and visits Karen at the first or second episode of every season of Potomac.
Yeah.
That's what she does. That's their bit. They go, they have lunch with each other, they say some shady stuff, and then they're mean to each other the rest of the season. But it's like, we're good girls. Like, they very much give. It's such like nasty, nice, but also sister energy of like, I love you so much, and like, don't talk about me.
Yeah. For sure. No, they definitely give like sister vibes. Like I think they'll at their core
Stepsister.
always be okay. Like their family in quotation, you know, like, but they're going to fight each other and that's okay too.
Well, and they also know that like that sells the show.
Yeah. Without it, I'm like, what are we watching?
What are we watching? Because like you don't put this many like big personalities, alpha personalities, and just like very dominant like on a show and not expect that to happen.
Right.
We do that to men. It's called wrestling. WWE. We do this with women and we flip tables and it's fun. And you know what? We do it. Okay. We do it. We love it. We watch it. I really have always loved Potomac. So I was so happy not to see Robin Dixon on my screen.
Agreed.
Karen did Shade One last night on Watch What Happens Live, which made me cackle.
Yeah. I'm just like, they're not there. Let it go.
Yeah. They're not there. I do love the shade always. And number 2 is Karen's not going to give us anything this season. That's my prediction. She's not going to give us anything this season.
That's
about
evident
her car
from the first
accident.
episode,
like,
for
and
sure.
none of it. Like, we're never going to break down about it. We're never going to do this. And that's like, it's hard to watch as a viewer. Like, she's going to have something shenanigan Bador.
She just needs some accountability. And then and I understand it's like an ongoing legal case, but like for that to be your only response.
Right.
Okay, Karen. Okay, Karen.
No, literally.
Yeah. But that's all I really.
Yeah, that's all I really have on that. Yeah. We've watched that. And then
Monday Night Football.
We watched Monday Night Football. It was Monday Night Football, baby. And the NFL was alive and well. And then we were watching the New Orleans Saints play the Kansas City Chiefs. We joined.
Where were they playing at?
They were playing in Kansas City at something field.
No, it doesn't have a name like the stage at Arrowhead or something like that. Arrowhead Stadium. Isn't that what they called it?
Yeah, it's like Gahai something stadium.
I've literally never heard of that. I've only ever heard Taylor rock the stage at Arrowhead because that's where Travis plays.
Yeah.
So isn't it called? I don't know. Anyways, the football people know.
The football people know. You all know where she was.
Yeah.
And that is so cute.
She was in Kansas City.
Now, we talked about not watching it a few weeks ago, but we saw Taylor was on. And so did we watch it? Absolutely.
And what did you think of her outfit? Because for me, the plaid, the only thing that I'm missing from my Taylor Swift grunge plaid outfit is the glitter freckles.
The griddle freckles. Because the griddle. Y'all, I have a little bit of like a speech thing that comes up like often. And I don't think
when she's nervous. No, I'm kidding.
When get so nervous. No, it just happened. So there it is. You heard it. There it is. No, what I was going to say is you don't have the boots, but I would love if you had the glitter freckles.
Yeah.
But you have on black shoes, so we're like, we made it.
We're almost there, yeah.
No, you are. I like Taylor's outfit last night. I could go without the boots, but like they're very fashion girly, whatever. I thought, but I did like the outfit. When I first looked at her face, I was like, did this girl draw freckles just all over her face? When I first saw the photo, I was like, is that brown? Like, what color is this? And you know what?
Huh.
I ended up loving them. And I think I love them because they were so like the kids.
Yeah, I was going to say that's all I've seen on TikTok.
It would just like not be something that like I would typically wear, but now I'm like, well, should I get some glitter freckles? Probably. Yeah, just I can't do them in pink though because that's too close to my skin tone, so I just need to find some out. But yeah, glitter freckles. I've seen the creator of glitter freckles come on TikTok this morning and talk all about like it's overwhelming and that she actually did like find out who Taylor's PR person was, and then she reached out to her makeup person, and then like she sent packages of these glitter freckles to her makeup person back in the spring. Cool. And so like cool, you built it. It's like
she like pitched herself to a brand. I love that.
Like things don't just happen, and like
you have to work
to see that. Like people like she could have potentially never used them and heard about it, but also like she could have also heard about it right from her makeup artist. Like it's cool.
Yeah. So what else happened in Monday Night Football? We saw Taylor
we didn't see
arrive.
Taylor.
I did. I saw her arrive. We didn't. Okay, so that's true. We turned it on during the third quarter.
The second half just started.
It had just started, and we didn't see Taylor at all from what we watched.
No, people are always on complaining, like the Brads and Chads, as Taylor likes to say herself. They're always on there complaining, like, why am I seeing Taylor so much? I hate seeing this girl on my screen. Yada, yada, yada. Football was better before, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? It's misogynistic, number one. Yeah. But number two, she wasn't on my screen at all.
Which was a hate crime?
I literally went to, we started the fourth quarter. I went to bed right after the fourth quarter because Taylor had not been on my screen in 45 minutes. And I was like, this is not what I signed up for. I'm getting a lot of Peyton Manning.
So many commercials.
So many commercials. The NFL makes all their money on their commercials. Like, I don't know how you all get mad about, like, we watch football to watch football. But no, you don't watch football to watch football. You watch football to watch commercials, because I barely watched any football either. Every 2 or 3 minutes I saw the boys, like, banging each other down. But, like, other than that, like, we watched commercials. Pepsi, for those that think young. Actually, I would have loved to see the Megan Thee Stallion commercial last night.
No, that would have been better than what we watched.
No, it would have been way better. But never say never. You know who we did see on our screen, though?
Who?
Benson Boone.
The actual Benson Boone?
The actual Benson Boone plays for the New Orleans Saints. Did you all not know?
Okay, so number 4, the quarterback, his name is something Carr. I don't know his first name, unfortunately. But this
Alicia
man...
Carr. She's a singer.
No. This man in his helmet looks, just from like his eyes up, looks identical to Benson Boone. And you could not convince me otherwise at number 4 for the Saints, Mr. Carr is not Benson Boone.
It's Benson Boone. No, it is. It's Benson Boone. He, like, literally lives a double life. He's the Hannah Montana of football. Like, life's what you make it. So let's throw this ball. Woo!
Yeah. And he can do both because, you know, the quarterbacks are a little more protected. So.
Oh, is he a quarterback? Oh, Benson Boone's the quarterback?
Obviously.
I didn't even know Miley Cyrus, like, was doing this. That is so cute of Benson Boone.
I know. Cutie boy.
What'd you say?
Cutie boy.
He's so cute and adorable. I love his outfit. Like, because, no, literally, he's a pop star. We just saw him at the VMAs a few weeks ago. He was so glittery and fun. Like,
he was great. He was flipping backwards. I think that's like a bit he does. He likes to do flips.
No, it's like Hannah Berner. She likes to do the worm when she's...
Hannah Berner is greater than Benson Boone doing flips on tour.
No, Hannah Berner's always greater than Benson Boone doing flips on tour, even in his metallic suit.
I was
and Hannah Berner would look, they would honestly
should share a closet.
They should share a closet because, like, they're both tall, long,
built.
Like, Hannah's an athlete,
a literal athlete.
No, literally, like, could have went to the Olympics for tennis. That,
swear
like,
to God,
messed up race or something.
Yeah,
we don't know. But, like, yeah, no, her and Benson Boone, like, they should share closets because Hannah could rock those Gen Z, like, bell bottom glitter outfits like nobody's business.
Literally.
And, like, the back would be out, which would be amazing. Like, she has such a strong tennis back. I'm sure. Haven't seen it, but, like,
making assumptions.
Athletes, you know, like,
athletes are athletes.
Athletes are athletes. And so what I have to say is that is so cute of Benson Boone to, like, start sharing a closet with Hannah Berner
and be Hannah Montana
and being Hannah Montana. No, he's literally like, woo, rocking out at the VMAs, and then he puts his helmet on and we can't tell who he is. So, like, that's the difference between his wig. Like, he puts on his uniform and his helmet, and that's, like, his wig of Hannah.
Yes.
This boy is Benson Boone.
Benson Boone, we love you.
Beautiful things. Now, do you want to tell the people about the story about Benson Boone?
We once did stay in a hotel that was hosting
the Residence Inn
in Salt Lake City, Utah, and he was performing. Yeah, he was performing at the club that was directly beside where we were staying, and we had just gotten out of the car,
and there was so many
and we
blonde
saw a gaggle of girls. Saw a gaggle of girls.
No, literally, it was a gaggle of girlies. These were not the Giggly Squad girls.
No, these girls were much younger. Their brains had not fully formed. God bless them, but it had not
nearly.
And so they are just like crowded this place. The streets are absolutely full. It's mania. It's like the Beatles are alive and well. They've been resurrected, and the girls are losing their shit.
And we just drove from Jackson Hole, like, mind you, like, we had just taken a very strenuous car ride. When I say we drove from Jackson Hole, so we were in Wyoming, and then we were in Idaho, and then we were back in Utah. It was absolutely incredible, and I can feel the tenseness in my body right now.
No, literally, I'm sweating thinking about it.
No, literally, butthole
tight. Yeah, clenched.
And so, like, we were just trying to get all of our shit out, and I just see these gaggle of girls.
Gaggle of girlies.
So what do?
KB is obviously like, has to go see what's happening. I'm like, yeah, go find out what the hell is happening over there.
Yeah, Tanner's like, well, something's happening. Like, we were checking in and we kept seeing like posters and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, it's all glass, you can see through. So we go and park the car, and then I start yelling.
KB's like, what's happening? Who is it? What's going on? Mm-hmm. And one of the girls is like, it's Benson Boone.
And Tanner goes, oh my God, Benson Boone.
And mind you, this was 2 years ago, so we had no idea who this man was.
We didn't
not
know
a clue.
Beautiful Things.
Beautiful Things that was not out.
Yeah.
To my knowledge. It might have been to the girls. Did you know he was found on TikTok?
No, I didn't know he was found on TikTok.
Also, he was on American Idol. I have a whole backstory about him.
Oh
Not
my
a
gosh.
backstory, but I have
Benson
his
Boone,
whole backstory.
American Idol, TikTok, Beautiful Things
Hannah
that
Montana.
I've got. Hannah
It's all connecting.
It's all happening.
It's all connecting.
Call Sheena Shea. She can be the bartender on Watch What Happens Live when Benson Boone comes on.
Yeah, because
I think Andy and Benson would get along. Like,
Sheena was a bartender, and that was so embarrassing.
She wasn't even a bartender. She brought out glasses.
That's right. Thank you. That's even worse. But Benson Boone, what? Andy would eat Benson Boone up. We can't let them be together.
No, literally. He's adorable. He's Hannah Montana, and he's a football player. He's like, how do you think you're able to do like such good football plays? It's because you learned how to dance.
Literally.
A lot of football players do understand ballet and art. So I'm just saying, like, Benson Boone is that man that was the quarterback for the Saints.
Yes.
Maybe we'll see him in a couple weeks. We need to stalk him when we're in New Orleans.
We do. We'll stalk him when we're there. But I think I ended up just yelling that he was corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Benson Boone, we love you, though. I've changed my tune on you. He was, like I said, he was on American Idol, and then he dropped out. Mm-hmm. Katy Perry loved him and said he would be the next American Idol.
And there he is. He's bigger than American Idol.
I think that's why he walked away.
Can stifle you. I think they can be a great big break for some people, but also, like,
they take a lot from you to get that break. You know what I mean? Like,
they
there's a price to pay.
To get the break, but also, like, keeping up with it after, I think, is like the hardest part, because like people in the industry, many of them didn't just get like picked on a show to do that. And while it is hard and like you do work to do that, like having a record deal and working in the industry, it's a whole nother level of things that like has to be taught and mentored, and like you need that outside of the show. And
honestly, it's kind of badass to be like, I quit American Idol. Like, I wasn't even the American Idol. Like, I just was like, too good. I quit.
No. And now he's our male Chapel Roan.
I actually did see a TikTok about this too. There was a TikTok of Benson Boone. It looked like he was on tour with Chapel Roan, and I was like, oh my God, is this the new Charlie XCX sweat tour with featuring Troye Sivan? Because if so, I'm fucking here for it.
No, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
No, and actually the sweat tour, like, I love waking up. Like, just like I love, it's a different type of like sensory that I enjoy about it, but I love waking up and seeing pictures of the sweat tour and videos of the sweat tour.
It's iconic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's so iconic. It's so, nobody's doing that right now. Mm-mm. And she's being so true to herself. And like, I actually was listening to Jack Antonoff talk about this on a magazine article. I didn't listen to it. I read it. And he talked about like, it's a summer of like discovery. I can't remember the exact words he said, but he talked about Chapel, Sabrina, and Charlie, like putting so many years into their craft and refining their craft. Oh, he called it's artist summer. He's like, these artists are just like hitting their peaks, and like they've been working behind the scenes for so long to create their craft, and it's been over 10 years, and like seeing them like really refine it and like being so authentic. Like he talks about like why it's been so big and important, because like it's so cool.
No, you're absolutely right.
I think so.
Yeah, so keep the algorithm showing us all of the pop girlies who are just like winning, the artists of summer.
I love the pop girlies who are winning.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and what else do we have on the docket?
Okay, so one story that I do have to get into. The Liam Payne of it all. Have you seen this?
Okay, I saw a TikTok of a while ago, and I don't understand what's going on, except for there's a book, and it's by, okay, this is what I know. Okay,
tell me what you know, and I'll tell you what you don't know.
This is what I know. Liam Payne.
Yeah.
Rundown. There's a new book. It's by his ex-girlfriend named Mallory.
The book came out earlier this year, yes. And her name is Maya.
Maya, but the girl in the book's name is Mallory.
Correct.
Okay, and he has this character named Carrie, a.k.a. Harry.
Mm-hmm.
And he's jealous of Harry because he's a pop star, and he's just so nice in real life and outside of real life. And I was like, that is so cute to know that Harry Styles
is like genuinely a good guy.
No, literally, I feel like he is. Like, he's genuinely a good guy.
Yeah.
And so that was cute to know. So I liked that from the book. I heard there's some things about DA views. Yeah, all those things.
Yeah.
So that's not great. I heard
Right.
he's like also jealous of his peers. I hear that he's like much darker than his peers and like the music that he likes and he writes. And like this girl like basically put out this huge tell all that now is like circulating the internet.
Right. She put it out. Her name is Maya Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
She released this book last year. You can Google it. I don't know the name of it, but like it is, you can clearly tell it's based on her life.
Yeah.
She actually met Liam when she was underage.
Oh.
Okay. So let's start there. Let's leave that at the top. And they started dating. The first time they were pictured together, she was 17.
Okay.
Not the first time. They were seen out by photogs. The first
Yeah.
time they met, she was 14 at his concert.
How long were they on and off together?
For a while, he was really, like you said, dark and did like weird dark shit. Like apparently he took an AXE and like started the duvet, slashing the duvet, and she like was terrified, rightfully so.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Really scary. And she said, she released a statement that she is not coming off, she's not taking her foot off of the gas this year. She's like gonna like tell her truth. And to me it sounds like she's not taking the foot off this man's neck, and I respect it.
Yeah, put the foot on there. See what happens. Like people like accountability. Also, like we don't know what happened, and like all of this is like alleged right now. But like we'll watch what happens.
Now, what he has done that's not alleged that we saw actually play out. He flew to his ex-bandmate. What's his name? Liam.
Niles.
Thank you.
Niall
Niall
Horan's.
Horan's concert. He had a show in Argentina. So this man thought, okay, let me get on a plane, get a suite, and go see my friend on tour.
Yeah.
So he goes there and he's like having a full meet and greet in his box, doing dances for the camera, like acting up, showing out at his friend's concert, trying to take the shine and attention away from him.
Oh.
Security was called and they were like, you gotta chill. That's a lot. Stop.
No, that is a lot. And it's not your concert. Like, why are you like taking away from the like person that they did pay to see? Like, you are a nice treat, but like you're going to somebody else's concert to build up clout for yourself. That's embarrassing.
Embarrassing. And then he forced his way backstage, is what I heard, and took a photo with him. And in the photo, he's like holding, what's the one's name? Niall.
Yeah.
He's like holding Niall's chain, like really weird and like.
I don't like it. It's not good. Now, I can't tell you which one this looks like. This one is off the top of
The
my
plastic surgery, the one that we're talking about that's dark, the downfall of Liam Payne. He had the plastic surgery. Have you seen that too? That's something we don't talk about either.
No.
He had like his full jaw done, and honestly, it's worse.
Yeah, I have to look up which one he is. I can't remember. I remember Harry.
Yeah, obviously.
Carrie is literally a pop star. Okay, I can't help
is
it.
a pop star.
Carrie is a pop star.
And a
Carrie's
good girl.
a pop star. No,
Yeah.
Carrie literally walks and lights up the room and every room she goes in, and Carrie can't help it. Okay,
Right.
Some people just have the gift. What's Carrie's zodiac sign?
He's a Cancer for sure. I don't know actually, but I would just assume
I don't know either, but yeah, cancers.
Cancers. Yeah. So there's just been so many TikToks that I've seen from his fans. Who have like came out against him. They were younger and like he would send them like unsolicited dick pics and like weird shit. So like I'm just like not here for this man. Frankly.
Yeah, that's really gross.
I don't know. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
So the downfall of Liam Payne.
Downfall.
We're watching it live.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You really weren't bigger than the whole sky.
No.
What else is on the radar of us to discuss?
Well, that was really the only story that I had. But do you have anything else that you wanted to chat about? Anything like burning, any guttural reactions, any tangents, gripes, anything like that? If not, that's fine too.
I want to ask you a question, but I don't have one.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. What should I ask you?
Well, that would be me coming up with a question. I don't know.
Do you have any pet peeves?
So many pet peeves. Well, my number one pet peeve in life is speed bumps.
No, Tater actually gets pissed about speed bumps.
Every
Let's
time-
talk about it real quick.
Yeah.
So speed bumps. Speed bumps is your pet peeve. Now, what happens when you approach a speed bump or you see one coming? Like, what is your guttural reaction?
A 4-letter cuss word.
And then, like, what do you do in the car?
I don't know.
Do you go as slow as possible? Do
Yeah.
you run through that
No.
shit?
No.
Like, are
You
we
can't run
flying?
through it because that's like the most annoying part. And I think that's why it annoys me because like as someone who's like trying to be on the go and do things, like you're literally slowing me down, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's so rude, disrespectful because I'm not the one to fly and like mess up a tire. I can't pop a tire. Who's paying for that? Not
No,
me.
who's paying for that tire?
So-
Not I said the fly.
I have to slow down and stop. And I think that's why it like actually annoys me.
Yeah, that's fair. 100%
What do you
fair.
do through a speed bump? Are you like the kind of girl to pop a tire?
Used to be.
Until she started paying for her own tires?
I wasn't paying for my tires.
Right. And so now that you've changed your ways. Yeah. That's fair.
A lot of things happen when you start paying for things yourself. Like, it'll really get you.
Oh, it will get you. I'm looking at this Vogue cover, and I do want to bring that up too. I've heard really bad things about the Joker too.
Yeah, talk about it.
Well, just that, like we kind of predicted, it's a 2.5 hour long musical, and that sounds kind of drab.
I love a musical when I am on Broadway, when I'm in the theater, when I am that. I love a musical when I have something that, like Wicked. I'm really excited about Wicked the musical.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a Blind Side.
Well, it was definitely a blind side, and it was technically a flop at the box office. Like I think it made like $20 million, and it was like a $200 or $300 million movie to make. So like, and I'm sure over time it'll probably like
it could potentially
recoup
gross.
its money.
Like who knows? But like, yeah, I don't know.
If it was free on demand, would you give it a peek? Like if you had it on your subscription service somewhere?
No?
Same.
I would love to watch clips of Lady Gaga, but honestly, like I'm not really into like dark superhero films. Like that's not really for me. Now I do want to watch Agatha All Along,
on Disney
but that's
Plus.
like, I think it has to do with like, it's super centered around women. It's a lot of fun. Like, and people actually saw something, American Psycho, which I haven't really ever watched, but people love American Psycho.
Yeah.
And people love it. And they say it's because it's actually directed by a woman. And it's because a woman's telling the story from like that perspective. And that's why part of the Joker is like missing it, is because it's missing the empathy and the understanding of the storytelling.
Right.
Of like why a person acts this way. And when like a man directs it, like we see them acting that way, but we don't like get the full story and like the beautiful like picturesque of it. And I'm not saying it's beautiful at all. That actually was the wrong word to use. But it is the tale.
It's the tale for sure. No, so
the complexities of the tale. It's not the beautifulness of a tale.
Right. It's just
the complexities,
like the complex truths of like the story
of reality
of the story. Yeah. Now back to your question. Do you have a pet peeve?
Do I have a pet peeve? Yeah, I hate when people tell me I'm loud. I'm not really that loud anymore.
No.
Do you think I'm loud now?
No.
I used to be really loud though.
The only time she's loud, I'll be honest, is in the mornings when she's slamming the doors and I'm sleeping.
That is true. That is true.
That is really loud to me. But no, you as an individual, like speaking or like just being, I wouldn't say are like loud.
No, I used to be so loud and people would always be like, you're so loud, blah, blah, blah. And like, I think I just didn't recognize how loud like, you know, when you don't know things about yourself.
Yeah.
Like I had no self-awareness. And then my brain fully formed and wow, I have way too much self-awareness. Yeah. Like the self-awareness takes
it's crippling.
Out.
Yeah.
No, truly it is. Like it
totally.
It
I agree.
Makes me like feel like stopped in my tracks or like stuck in mud or like not sure of what to do. And like, it's very normal for that to happen to me. And I have to get out of my head and I coach myself up is what we call it. Yeah. But I'm like, I coached myself up this morning. So yeah, that was used to be difficult for me.
Being told that you were loud. That's your pet peeve. Okay.
Yeah, but my pet peeve now, I don't know. When people like directly lie about something and like they're doing the behavior.
Can you elaborate? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like sometimes people, like an example might be, it's like somebody says like, oh, my pet peeve is like being late. Like, I don't like it when people are late. Yeah. And that person's like typically late. And it's like,
I see. Yeah. When their actions don't line up to like what they say.
Yeah, like that would be a bad pet peeve for me because I can be late sometimes. Like, yeah, sorry.
Oh my gosh, she's literally popping pebbles. She forgot we were on video.
I think I just got like nervous talking about my pet peeves out loud. Wait, and then I just like felt something in my head and there it went. Yeah, that's honestly my pet peeves about myself. Like I hate that I touch my face all the time and I still do it.
You are a picker from the old country.
No, I'm such a picker and it's bad. And I have to like tell myself like, that's
American
bad
picker.
For you. I have to actively tell myself in my brain, like, I'm like, this is bad for you. You're getting dirt in your pores. You're making it worse. You're keeping it open. Like, I have to tell myself that because if not, like, I'll just do it. It's disgusting. Like,
well, it's just like a natural response for you, you know?
Yeah. No, it is. Like, I love to pick. I'm a picker.
And a slicker.
And a sinner.
And a winner.
Music in the sun.
Is that Benson Boone?
Yeah, that's Benson Boone. That was really good, huh?
That was really good.
I'm so sorry for your ears for the last 10 seconds. That would irritate the snot out of me.
Oh, do you think that's other people's pet peeve? I bet if so, they've like already deleted our podcast from their lives because we sing at least 15 times an episode.
No, we sing 15 times an episode, and that's something I actually do all day long. Is like, that is something, and I feel like I didn't do it for a while.
What, you think I brought it out in you?
You just kind of like brought it back to me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Like, because I've always been.
Brought what back to you? Though, like just singing?
Yeah, like I sing, like Tanner loves music. I love music too. But like there was a time I was just so busy I didn't listen to music and I just consumed podcasts and like I wasn't really listening to music. Now I love listening to music. I've always loved it, but like I'm truly enjoying music right now in life. And that's fun for me. It's been super overstimulating in the past. So like I've been super enjoying music, but I've always been a person who like if I hear a word, like I'm going to sing a song that matches it. Something I did all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
It was annoying. Like people would be like, oh, there's jukebox. And I'm like,
there's jukebox.
yeah.
That is so fucking rude that they called you that.
I think it was you.
Then that was funny. Then that shit was funny. And I stand behind it.
No, literally that. Like, I didn't think it was rude, actually.
Wow, if that doesn't give you an insight to who I am as an individual, I don't know what will.
No, literally. No, okay, yes, but I was just thinking like, no, it's because like you wouldn't say a word. I would say it's more of an encyclopedia. Like,
yeah, no, you are satchel.
No, I love pulling like shit out of nowhere and like connecting it. Like I love connecting the dots. I love a through line. And like with that through line, like should we sing beautiful things and close the show?
Beautiful things that I got. Don't take these beautiful things that I got. I don't even know what's the other lyrics. I don't know. That's all we know, Benson.
We say
we
that's
love you.
Our show. Thank you so much for listening to It's Okay
to Be Wrong,
a podcast with KV and Tanner Cunningham, where we give you so many fun stories, blips on your radar, and Brooksand gets to be in this video today. We hope you had a great time listening, watching, and you can listen anywhere you get podcasts, whether that's Spotify, Amazon, Apple, you name it. We got it. All right. We love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.